Before Alexander the Great, there was Porus, the formidable king of the Paurava kingdom in ancient India, modern-day Punjab. Raised on the teachings of the Vedas, Porus ruled with a sense of duty and honor, forging a kingdom built on strength, culture, and spiritual tradition. His army was legendary, especially for its disciplined warriors and fearsome war elephants, living tanks that struck terror into enemies. Porus embodied the warrior code, leading a society that valued independence and was always ready to defend its land. The Pauravas had long resisted foreign domination, and Porus was determined to uphold that legacy. But as regional powers shifted and alliances changed, a new and unprecedented threat emerged. From the west, a young conqueror with boundless ambition was marching toward India. The stage was set for a clash that would echo through history. Alexander of Macedon, already a legend, had conquered Persia and Egypt, and now set his sights on India, the final frontier. His army, exhausted but driven by his charisma, crossed the treacherous Hindu Kush and entered the Indus Valley. Some local rulers, like King Ambi of Taxila, allied with Alexander, hoping to settle old scores with rivals like Porus. Ambi's alliance gave Alexander vital resources and intelligence, strengthening his position. With Taxila's support, Alexander sent a demand to Porus submit and pay tribute. Porus refused, declaring he would meet Alexander not as a vassal, but as a warrior on the battlefield. The Macedonian king had faced many opponents, but none like Porus. Both armies prepared for a confrontation that would test their leaders' resolve. The Hydaspes River would become the arena for this epic showdown. History was about to be made on the banks of the Jhelum. Porus chose the flooded Hydaspes River as his line of defense, positioning his army and elephants along the eastern bank. Alexander, facing a daunting natural barrier and a formidable enemy, knew a direct assault would be disastrous. For weeks, the two armies stared each other down, each waiting for the other to make a move. Alexander feigned crossings to keep Porus guessing, while Porus mirrored his every move, refusing to be lured into a trap. The monsoon rains made the river even more treacherous, but Alexander was relentless. One stormy night, he led a secret force upstream, crossing the river under cover of darkness and thunder. Leaving his general Craterus to maintain the illusion of a full camp, Alexander's strike force braved the raging waters. As dawn broke, the Macedonians had crossed. Surprise was on their side, but the real battle was just beginning. Porus quickly realized the threat and prepared to meet Alexander head-on. The fate of kingdoms now hung in the balance. The clash at Hydaspes was inevitable. Alexander's surprise crossing forced Porus to adapt fast. He sent his son to intercept the Macedonians, but Alexander's cavalry prevailed, and Porus's son fell in battle. Realizing the main attack was underway, Porus reformed his army on the muddy plain, elephants at the front, infantry in the center, cavalry on the flanks. The war elephants charged, wreaking havoc among the Macedonian ranks, trampling men and scattering horses. The battle became a brutal, rain-soaked melee, chaos, mud and blood everywhere. Alexander's archers targeted the mahouts, sending the elephants into a frenzy that crushed friend and foe alike. Seizing the moment, Alexander's cavalry encircled Porus's army, while Craterus crossed with reinforcements to attack from behind. Surrounded and battered, the Pauravan lines began to collapse. Porus, atop his elephant, refused to yield, fighting to the last. The day belonged to Alexander, but Porus's courage was undeniable. Even as defeat loomed, Porus fought with unmatched bravery, refusing to abandon his men. Wounded and exhausted, he finally allowed himself to be captured, still dignified atop his elephant. Alexander, deeply impressed, sent for Porus and asked, "How do you wish to be treated?" Porus replied, "Like a king." His answer stunned everyone. He demanded respect, not mercy. Alexander recognized a kindred spirit and saw more value in honoring Porus than humiliating him. He restored Porus's kingdom and even expanded it, forging an alliance born of mutual respect. Porus's courage had won him not just survival, but the admiration of his conqueror. In that moment, two great leaders found common ground in honor. True to his word, Alexander treated Porus as a friend and ally, restoring his kingdom and expanding his rule. Porus became a trusted advisor, helping Alexander navigate India's complex politics. The Battle of Hydaspes marked the end of Alexander's eastward ambitions. His army, shaken by the ferocity of Porus's resistance, refused to march further. Porus's legacy endured as a symbol of courage and honor, celebrated in both Greek and Indian traditions. He showed that true greatness lies not just in victory, but in dignity and resilience. The story of Porus and Alexander remains a timeless lesson. Character outlasts conquest. While Alexander's empire faded, Porus's legend lived on. He asked to be treated like a king and proved he truly was one.